Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy AJ.
It's your boy Nick.
Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. It's a special day. You know, it's International Women's Month, so we got some ladies as some guests for the night. We'll have y'all introduce yourselves. Krista, I'm gonna have you go first.
Okay. Hi, I'm Krista, and I'm happy to be here.
Short and sweet. That's me in meetings.
I really didn't know what
I say just that. I'm like,
name, where you from, where you at, all the good stuff, you know.
Okay, let's run it back. Okay, I'm Krista. I'm originally from Kansas, but I live in Maryland, and I'm a social worker in the DMV.
Oh, you're a social worker. I love you already. That's perfect. I was raised by a social worker. I love it.
I was too. Yes. Shout out to the
my God,
workers.
No way. Okay.
And it's Social Work Month, by the way.
Oh, it is.
Well, we appreciate you.
Indeed.
Yes, we do.
All right, Marissa, you go ahead next.
Hey everyone, I'm Marissa. Born and raised in Baltimore. I'm a microbiologist, but a music enthusiast as well. So yeah, I'm happy to be here as well.
I can hear the Baltimore in your voice. The accent.
All right.
But he didn't say it right. He didn't say Baltimore right.
Well,
there's no T in Baltimore. Okay, the T is silent.
Baltimore.
AJ about to get kicked off his own show. Come on, bro.
Right.
Come on,
all right.
Man.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'm out. I'm putting myself in timeout real quick. My bad, be more people. My mistake.
Don't play with Baltimore, man. Don't play with them.
At all.
Nope. Remember that last time we had the guest on the show?
Yeah. Right.
I'm from Boston originally. She didn't like that, so it was interesting. It was interesting.
That was a funny episode.
That was funny as hell, man.
But yeah, this is Hip Hop Vibes. All things hip hop this side and the third. So when we have guests on the show, I like to ask them their top 5 favorite hip hop artists. Just their favorites. So Marissa, I'm gonna have you go first.
Okay. So
no pressure though, no pressure.
All right. So my top 5, Kanye is definitely at the top of the list. Kanye is definitely a genius, and I think all geniuses they deserve a mental health break, So this is his one. He's good for it. But when I think about hip hop, really, I think about Miss Erykah Badu, and she's definitely at the top of the list too. Then I have some of the young artists. I loved Young Dolph, R.I.P. I love Lil' Kim. I love Asian Doll, Dreezy. Like, I know it's a lot. So I can't really give you top 5 because I love hip hop altogether. And I think that all of my artists bring a different type of vibe to it. And I can't live without any of it.
That's such a good answer. Wow.
Good answer.
That's
good
answer.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know how to that
I'm taking notes. I'm going to take
got
notes.
the show took care of, So for me, I really love R&B, but I like all music. So like I was thinking about this the whole time, like who would I choose? Kind of like, like there's so many. But for me, it would go like way back. Like of course, Jay-Z, Tupac for me, Nipsey. And then I have to agree with you with Erykah Badu, right? Like she's lit. And let's see, number 5, because there has to be somebody, right? To me, I kind of still want to go with Kehlani. I know she's more R&B, but some of her music kind of resembles hip hop for me. So
I fucks with that. See, that was a bad answer at all.
Oh, okay.
Being so nervous. So when did y'all first get into hip hop? First, like listening to it, falling in love with it, all that good stuff. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go. So I think that for me, I went to private Catholic school growing up, from preschool to 6th grade. And I was very much a minority. So it was a lot of Britney Spears and the Spice Girls in my repertoire, you know. But like, whenever
Did you have
we
a favorite spice?
Did I have? Yes, Scary was my favorite. No, Sporty was my favorite. Scary was
Not
second.
one.
So I wasn't really privy to hip hop and all of that. Like my brother, he's 10 years older than me, so I would listen to what he was listening to, but I wasn't really too interested. But when Waiting to Excel came out, my mom bought the soundtrack and told me that it was my CD. And it was one song on there, like by TLC, This Is How It Works. And like I knew that song by heart when I was little. And my mother got like wind that I was singing something that was inappropriate for like a 3 or 4 year old, and she took that CD away. So that was like my first introduction into hip hop, and like really like who is TLC? Like this girl group that's like edgy and like childish at the same time. Their music videos had a lot of color in it, which was interesting to me. So yeah, that was my first introduction, and it's been a good ride since then.
Okay, that's dope. For me, I like it reminds me of stories. Like, so I was like really looking up to like my sister and my cousins, and thug life, So, No Limit was like the first. That's who they listened to all the time, and so I'll try to be like them. Little me trying to copy them. But my first like CD was Missy Elliott. So.
Which one?
Yeah. Her first album.
Okay.
I'm going. Don't quote me, but I believe it was her first one. Like, it was in 3rd grade. So whatever year that is, I'm not gonna put my age out there like that. But yeah, it was Orange or something. I have to look.
Orange.
I never had any.
You remember the colors of the albums? Damn.
You never forget your first CD.
Was that Under Construction?
Oh, not you, Krista. AJ. He's like going through it in his mind, all the colors of the albums. I'm like, wow, he really knows.
Is that the one that had Work It on it?
Which one?
Work It? You remember what songs on? You said first one.
Like,
oh, the one. No, The Rain.
Who got the keys to my Jeep?
The Rain. Yeah, The Rain.
There we go.
Yeah, that one.
That's what's up.
You said Orange. I'm like, Under Construction was orange. I was like, okay.
Maybe that's her favorite color.
Might be. I don't know. She is from VA though. So shout out to the home team. Missy's definitely she's definitely my favorite like woman MC of all time. If I had to pick my favorite woman rapper, it would be Missy.
Missy really is dope. Should have added her to the list.
Facts. So, what do you say is your favorite? Is Erykah Badu do y'all favorite women MC or women rapper?
That's difficult.
She's up there because she's just a part of the classic, for me.
Mm-hmm.
As far as lyricists, I think Queen Latifah really was a good lyricist.
Yeah.
And Won't He Love, that combo.
But you can't forget MC Lyte though.
Hey, let's go. Yes.
And Yo.
I would go with her for me.
Shout out to the West Coast.
I actually played them both on my radio show the other day. Slight plug. Hip Hop Vibes Radio every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. RadioFairFest.org. What about you, Nick?
Man, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte. I'm not even gonna lie, people probably make fun of me, but I actually thought when Nicki first came out, I thought she was really good, like really talented. Like I heard her on Monster. When I heard her on that, like her guest feature, I was like, damn, she's really fucking talented. Yeah. And while I haven't always liked her creative decisions, like the pop shit she was doing, whatever, she's a super talented artist, like no doubt.
I still love mixtape Nicki.
Oh, for sure.
My wife has been trying to get me on it because she was loving mixtape, and I didn't really get onto it till later. Like, what was it? What was the album? Her first big album with Cash Money. That was like the first time I really heard it. But just the way she could like sing, she could write, she could rap. I mean, she was like really, really, really talented.
Oh, you know who I didn't mention? Lil Wayne. We like him. I mean, he he be going through some things, but you know, Lil Wayne he's still that guy.
Oh, ain't nobody being '06 Lil Wayne, '06, '07.
Yeah, we stand for Lil Wayne. He definitely is hot. He always has been
You said
hot boy.
hot or hot? Because
hot.
She said both.
Yes. I would be like, yes.
And there's another one I throw in there since I'm like a big fan of like 90s and like Nas and shit. Foxy Brown, I liked her with some of the verses. She held it down with Nas and like, you know, The Firm and shit. She held that shit down. Some really, really talented New York lyricists. She was just like on the same bar as them. You know what I mean? So I put her in there too.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'll also throw the Brat in there.
oh yeah,
I fuck with the Brat, especially her first album, Funkified. That was a fire ass album. I think that was the first woman album to go platinum. Actually,
Oh wow.
Really?
yeah.
Fun fact, yeah.
It's fun fact for today.
It's crazy. I never really listened to Da Brat by herself. I've only heard like her features, and I never really did my research for her.
Me neither.
But she is hot. I'm not gonna lie, she is hot.
Yeah, she definitely goes off. Of course, Lil Kim. I fuck with Eve too.
Eve, definitely.
yeah, gotta like Eve.
So speaking of that, what do you feel like about the impact women have had in the hip hop?
I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
Okay. Impact, right?
Mhm.
I will say I don't think much has changed from the 90s to now. Like, I think sex sells, and that's just what it is. I think, yes, that female rappers have an obligation to young women, you know, push for sex in your music, okay, but let us know that it's not always glamorous to go that route. You know what I mean? A lot of these young women are following this, I don't want to say a city girl trend, but you know, trying to scam guys and just ending up in really sticky situations because of it. And you know, and it could be said for the same way for male rappers as well. They have a huge obligation to young men as well. And I don't think that anyone is truly doing their part. You know, musicians don't want to be held as the standard of mentors, but that's what it is. You know, you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take your responsibility with your good time. And I don't think that anyone is really taking their responsibility serious.
Drops mic.
I like this.
I'll have to agree with you. And it's not a lot of female hip hop artists that are in the top spot, right? So there's that. And going back to, I think about like Queen Latifah and like what they tried to do, like, you know, they really changed the wave at that time to not just talk about sex like all the other artists. But like you said, it still goes back to that for us. And interesting enough, I was listening, like, you know, Shade Room or whatever music stuff earlier, and was it Lotto was talking about she's making an album, right? And she mentioned that she didn't say the artist, but she was having an issue with a verse because the person on there or whoever was in charge wasn't trying to, like, basically trying to hold it against her because she didn't respond to a DM about whatever, dating, trying to do whatever. And it's like, why can we not keep it professional? Like, would you do this with Jay-Z?
Exactly. And I think that a lot of times this image of, you know, female rappers today being like promiscuous and things of that nature is being pushed so heavy that you can't ignore the fact that these are business women. This is their job. So for these women to be powerhouses and pushing out albums and, you know, features so frequently, they got to be in the studio handling their business. And these record execs or whoever is not really pushing that as well. Like, these women about their business. We need to see that.
But they see everything else first.
Yeah, they see their body
Mhm.
and trying to take advantage of that, and it's disgusting.
See, Nick, you're shaking your head.
Well, I mean, because honestly, like everything you're saying, I mean, no, it definitely strikes a chord for me because I'm a producer. I own my own production company, and my majority of my customers are female. And my whole brand is like I'm doing like female 2022 female rapper kind of beats. That's my like little lane that I've created for myself, right? And you're right, because a lot of the artists, in terms of the sexualization, a lot of the artists I know, it's like my top customer, she's like a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like she's doing this and that, and that's the image that she pushes.
Mhm.
And it's a big thing. Like a lot of the artists that I'm working with are all trying to be the next Megan Thee Stallions and Cardi B. And it's just like, I agree. I think there needs to be some kind of balance. And so you can have like a turn up artist, you can have like a party artist, whatever. You got those people that want to push sex, but you have, I think what's missing for me is just that like variety of artists. Like you don't have just one kind of female artist. And I'm always listening to all the newest female rappers all the time because I'm trying to stay on top of my lane. And I love making beats and I love collaborating with these artists. But it is at times a little disheartening when I feel like this artist actually has a lot more talents than what she's showing, but because she feels like she needs to fit in this one little ass mold,
Yeah.
but she's trying to get off the street and she's trying to make money. And Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they're selling. So, and she, of course, she's paying me. So what am I? You know what I mean? I'm part of it. So I'm like, but like I'm hoping that I my beats could create a better life for her, so she could stop doing that because she doesn't want to be stripping or whatever. Like I'm assuming, I don't really know her like personally, so I'm not going to assume. But she's trying to create a different life for herself, through her brand and whatnot. So yeah, no, I like what you guys are saying, man. You guys are saying some really great stuff. Thank you for
I
being
think
on the show.
social media adds to that issue, though.
For
A
sure.
lot.
For sure. Definitely. I mean, social media now it's a built-in expectation. You have social media. Like, you gotta have it. Like
Keeping up with the Joneses.
you gotta have it.
We were talking about that last episode too, about social media.
Oh yeah.
But my
Yeah, like-
one thing, going to what you said though with female artists, like sometimes it all like any other type of artist, it starts to kind of sound the same. And then it's like, this reminds me of this,
Yeah.
or even they're resampling 95, 97, 9,
Yeah. No, I hear you. For me, because maybe it's because I'm a producer and I'm like work with the artists so much. I kind of take their side with this, and I'm kind of more like, I think some of the industry is fucked because the industry don't want to spend money and put money into these artists that don't fit that mold. So therefore, the artists are more of a reactive role where they're reacting to that. They want to create a living for themselves and get out of certain situations. So they just there's only one door they can go in. That's the industry has a lot of responsibility for that they don't want to invest in different kinds of artists. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's business. It's just big business. As I go up the ranks, I'm learning it's just big business.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Then they become a feature artist when they don't fit the mold.
Yeah.
But that's another story, another day.
Artists that have the variety aren't getting the acknowledgement they deserve. Like Dreezy is a big favorite of mine, today, and she doesn't get the acknowledgement she deserves.
Where has
She's
she
got
been?
bars. She's here. She's around. She's just not getting pushed. She can do the sexual thing. She can give you bars. Like, that's variety. I love her.
And she can sing too.
Yes, and she could sing. Absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely get overshadowed, like people like her, Rhapsody. Who else? I was just listening to her, Nitty Scott. I don't know if you heard Nitty Scott.
I've never heard of her.
Yeah, she's dope too. I just started listening to her. She is actually pretty good too. But yeah, they definitely all get overshadowed by the commercialism of music in general. Not just hip hop, but music in general.
Shout out to the talented artists that aren't in the limelight just yet.
Keep grinding, right?
There it is. Right.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely.
So would you say the 90s was more prominent as far as like women, or like the 2000s? Which decade would you say is like more prominent as far as like women MCs or rappers?
I think that now, we're seeing a lot of women take over. Like
Amen.
Cardi B is one of the best rappers in the country, you could say, really. Her albums are
bigger
selling.
than all the men, yo.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot bigger than a lot of these guys.
So I do think like the women of the 90s definitely opened doors for these women to flood the gates. Like it's not 2 or 3 anymore. We're talking about 5, 10 artists just all being on the radio at one time.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
It definitely changed how things are now, but there is more female artists out there that are doing their thing.
Right. And it's a good change because I remember like in the 2010s, especially when I was in college, all you heard Nicki was the only thing you heard on the radio. It was literally just Nicki. Then Remy Ma got her judge. She had her little push a little bit for like a year, if that.
Somebody on Young Money though, I can't think of her name. That was lit. She had the 2 piercings.
My Young Money.
I don't remember her name, but she was dope.
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't know Young Money had a second female artist.
I didn't either.
They did because when it's kind of like West when like they had the wave of Drake and everything, they were trying to like mirror like the XL picture, and they just had them all out there. I could look it up, but I won't. Because it was on the Bedrock, that song.
She was on that?
The girl, I believe. Don't quote me, but I believe.
I'm trying to remember. Like,
no, me too. I don't know. Either way, she didn't get the push like Nicki.
Right.
Nicki,
No, she didn't.
She took that shit over.
Right. I just remember that trash ass line from that song. And you know I got her. Grocery bag. That song had so many bad bars.
It did.
I thought this was okay.
And there was so many people on that song.
Right.
The girl with the piercing. I told her she was on there.
I'm lit that shit after this and find that video. Like Lloyd was the best part of that song.
You said what was the best part?
Lloyd.
The hook.
The hook. It's Lloyd. Lloyd can kill some hooks now.
He can.
I need him to do a verses too. Who you see him doing a verses with if he did one?
Lloyd. Mario.
That's good. That's good. I can see that.
Off the top of my head.
I can see that one.
But does Lloyd have enough songs like Mario though?
Does Mario have enough songs?
Mario have enough songs? I didn't think of like.
So what we won't do is play Mario. I'm from Baltimore, okay?
No, I'm fucking Mario. I'm just saying.
The whole album slaps, okay? Like
he got a few.
I didn't even know Mario was from Baltimore, man. I didn't know.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the Ravens jersey on in the video.
He did, and it definitely was at some hood around here.
Right. Because all Mario songs I can think of is Just a Friend, Let Me Love You.
Let Me Love You.
What was the other joint? Hear Your Heart Calling Out to Me.
How Do I Breathe?
How Do You Breathe? Okay, yeah. Braid My Hair.
Y'all talk about Young Mario, but he got other songs like.
That's all I remember.
He got a song that came out like a year or two ago called Just Like That. It's one of my favorites. Or it goes like that.
I didn't know you had a new album. Damn, see?
Who do you guys think would be a good female rap like versus?
Did Eve do verses yet?
Yeah, her and Trina.
Nobody said Lauryn Hill. I can't believe nobody has said Lauryn Hill.
She's more, to me, she's in the R&B lane though.
She's gonna be late.
Thank you. I said the same thing. You know, she's the only she's one of 2 hip hop acts that had to win album of the year at the Grammys. Yeah. She's like the only one, her and Outkast.
That's crazy.
That one album.
Right, that one album.
Talking about Lauryn Hill. That one album,
man.
And she can't even perform the shit anymore for real. Because like publishing issues and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, I actually heard that. And when she performs the songs, it's kind of like a different
Yeah, it's a whole different beat.
arrangement or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Damn.
Yeah, we're not paying for that.
Right, exactly.
Damn.
And that album went diamond too.
Mm.
Last year, actually. Last year it went diamond.
Mm.
Another fun
That
fact.
sucks.
You the hip hop encyclopedia.
I am.
He's so humble too.
Yes.
You gotta be. You gotta be in this game. Just a little bit of cockiness, but you gotta be humble. But yeah, even Trina did a versus battle, but nobody really talks about that battle though.
Yeah, I heard it didn't go so
I think Nicki
It
and
was quick
Cardi,
as fuck.
Nicki and Cardi, because they don't like each other.
So Nick and Cardi.
Yeah.
So see, you trying to start a fight. See,
no. It's not the level of Gucci and Young Jeezy and shit like that. You know what I mean? But it's a little something. You know, a little excitement. But I think it'd be interesting though because I definitely think they're different artists. They're very different artists. But in terms of commercial success in like the 2010s, they're the two. They're the two.
but what about Megan and Nicki?
Yeah, you could definitely. Yeah,
Doing the verses.
I could definitely see that too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Megan has a lot of songs. Cardi
That's true.
fell off. You know, after that album, she got a few
Yeah,
features.
she got like that one album.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
pulling a Lauren.
Yeah, Nicki would definitely outlast Cardi in the verses.
For sure. I
It would
definitely.
be a
Yeah,
good
definitely.
battle though. You know,
Did
why
y'all listen to the new? Was it I say her name wrong, but Coi Leray or whatever?
Corleone? Nah.
and Nicki Minaj?
Y'all listen to it yet?
Oh, I just saw that on my
I haven't heard it
playlist.
yet.
No, I haven't heard
I haven't heard it
it.
yet.
Is it Blick Blick or something like that? I think that's that song. Yeah, I gotta check
It
that
just
out.
dropped today.
That was it. You heard it already?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm sure
I
it's
think-
lit.
Right. But I think Lil Kim and Foxy would be a good one.
For sure.
Lil Kim will win, but in my opinion. But that would be a good one. Right.
Did Lil Kim do a verses yet?
Nah. I mean, she did talk about wanting to do one with Nicki, though.
Mm.
That would be fun to see.
Yeah, that would be decent.
Yeah.
It'd be like an old school, new school type.
Facts.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to see any of like the younger artists in the verses. Not just yet.
Not yet. Nah.
Why you say that?
It's and you know, it's just not the vibe that I would want. Like I feel like they're all one tone.
Yeah.
Like what are we judging this battle off of?
Because people that are on the verses, they got years and years, decades of
Catalog,
work.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
They got songs for every mood. Now if the City Girls against, I don't know, Meg Thee Stallion, that's just gonna be a concert for real. It's not really
That's a good
Cool
point.
party.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a concert of verses
Yeah.
for sure.
I would say if you didn't come out in like 2011 or before, you don't need to do a versus.
no. Not
And even
yet.
2011's pushing it just a little bit.
Yeah. But you can still like I would personally like to see Wale versus J. Cole. I feel like that would be a good one.
That might be dope. Two lyricists.
Right. That would be a vibe.
That'd be lit, actually. I like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but what about Kendrick? Marissa's got something.
He's too antisocial. He doesn't want to be around anybody. He doesn't
Right.
wanna do
Kendrick was
shit.
gonna win. That's I don't know who he could go against that, you know, could hold their weight against him. Like that's in his timeline.
In his timeline, no. I
Right.
thought about Eminem and Kendrick, but they're not in the same, generations. Would be a good lineup in that way, but I mean, maybe Cole and Kendrick.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they're both. I think
Yeah.
they're both technically. I think they're both on the same level for rap for me. Technical level. Kendrick's Kendrick's got way better catalog, but Cole and him, I think, like lyrically,
Yeah, I give you that.
I would feel that way.
Who could Eminem go against though? The Game.
50 Cent.
You said what?
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
That Zoom hiccup.
Right.
I'm back.
You sure?
Mm-mm. Oh, damn, we lost her.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're back.
Okay.
She's back now.
I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even touching my laptop. So
True. Yeah, probably just the internet. I definitely wanted to see. What's up?
I'm sorry, I'm listening.
No, I definitely want to see 50 for Ja Rule. I feel like that would have been a hilarious one.
Ja Rule. Were they trying to go?
Take 50 enough.
Were they
said
trying to
what?
do a verse together?
Hell no.
Oh.
Giant. No, hell no.
He worked
I'm
out
about
for that
to say he
shit.
probably knows his strengths. Like this is not for me.
Right.
That wouldn't have ended well.
Just like his career. Be honest. 50 ended his ass, yo.
Damn.
He killed his ass.
Damn.
But when he was on the verses, I forgot who he went against. He did pretty good.
Fat Joe.
Oh,
Against Fat Joe.
I forgot about that. I didn't see that shit.
because I mean,
He got hit. Ja Rule got hits though. Ja Rule
He
got hit.
do.
Oh, he's like, yeah, commercial, absolutely. He definitely does. No doubt.
And he brought Ashanti out, and then Nelly tried to circle the block. I never.
Oh, yeah.
He went across that stage, straight tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, he brought out Ashanti, Lil Mo. What else he bring up? Oh, Jadakiss came out.
Lil Mo.
Lil Mo.
Too. Her features back in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. I remember when she was still on radio, like on what, WKYS? I think it was WKYS. She was at before she got fired.
She was good. I don't know. She said I don't know what she did to get her fired, but
Mm-hmm. Some other good verses.
Do you all listen to YBN Cordae?
Hey, that's so crazy.
You were just telling me about that.
I was just listening to it. I told AJ go listen to it because I want to do an album review for it. But before I give my opinion, I want to hear yours. Your thoughts, Marissa.
So I haven't heard the new album yet, but I plan to
okay.
listen.
Okay.
But I like YBN Cordae. Like he's one of the younger guys that I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if he goes by the YBN anymore.
Nah.
Because I'm like, how are you even affiliated with the rest of them? Like,
right? They do some different music,
like,
right?
You're not about to outshine me in my own group, like no.
Right.
But yeah, I really like him as a young artist. Like he kind of gives me J. Cole vibes.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, he's like some rappers don't give a fuck about their relation to early generations of hip hop. They don't give a fuck about their, what hip hop was. They don't care to really make that connection. They just want to make what they want to make. And I respect that. I know a lot of artists that are like that. I respect that. But, you look at my wall, you see classics on my wall. I've listened to this shit, like the whole body of work. And one thing I respect is when an artist, yeah, you too, bro. Yeah, you too. Well, I respect when an artist has done their homework and actually cares about what hip hop was 10 years ago and tries to build off of it. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say like 10 years ago, and the reason why we're talking about Cordae is because just like J. Cole, he kept some of the boom bap feel to the music. He kept some of that, but he also does some trap beats. He does a little mixture. Mm-hmm. But he also does like introspective kind of shit and also can do some shit you just ride to, whatever. I always like that you bring some of the things that hip hop was maybe in the late 90s, early 2000s, whatever. You bring that with you And so you create something that people of like all ages would like, you know, young people would like, older people would like. Those are the artists that I think will end up creating the Kendrick kind of catalogs and that type of shit. You know what I mean? Because I think they transcend time. So for me, I was excited by that project. The one I just heard, the new one. I'm not saying it's a classic. I think it's a good album, but it's sort of like I see so much potential in that artist, and I know why Dr. Dre is fucking with him, and all these other hip hop legends are fucking with him, because he shows that he I feel like he embraces hip hop a little bit more fully than some artists who might just hop on because they just want another hustle or whatever, which I respect them. They're my customers, a lot of them. But I respect somebody who really listened to the shit. Like, you could tell Cordae has listened to albums that came out in the early 2000s, albums that came out in the 2010s, albums that are coming out now. That kind of artist, I think, is actually going to be around for a while. So I think he actually will be around for like 10 years, where 95% artists will be gone.
Because you have to understand like the beginning to get to now, right? Like, you know, you have to listen to all kinds of music and you have to respect it and the other legends, like you said. So, you know, that's dope that he's doing that.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't concerned about whether their music is gonna last. Like, the longevity of your music is important. Right. Making timeless hits, that's what sells out Mary J. Blige shows now. Like, you know, a lot of these artists won't be able to even have any type of come up or come back in a few years.
Facts.
That's how I feel so much. Oh, go ahead, AJ.
That's how I feel about artists like Logic and like Joey Badass, because like they respect, like, you know, the older generation. You can hear it in their music and in their project, especially Joey Badass. I need another album from him.
Yeah, well, I'm about to say he needs to drop another album before I can say, you know what I mean? Oh,
Joey Badass out here acting.
Right.
In his acting bag now.
He's pretty good as an actor though.
He is.
Yeah.
He's the man. Like, he's been co-writing hits too. I don't know if you guys knew this. I mean, I study all the songwriting credits and all that shit all the time. I'm always reading stuff. He co-wrote the song Rockstar, 21 Savage, and Post Malone. He co-wrote that song.
I did hear about that.
That song, like, is diamond. So he's getting a bag off of that song. He's the fucking man. Like, he is.
That's why he ain't rapping. Shit.
Yeah, no, he's straight. Like, he doesn't need to anymore. So I respect the fuck out of him. But the selfish part of me is like, listen, man, you're great, but if we're not hearing you, then
right.
Like, how I feel about Rihanna.
That album not coming soon.
Oh, it's not coming. It's definitely not coming now.
It's done now. It's
What'd
done.
you say? Who you say?
Rihanna.
Oh, Rihanna. Okay, yeah.
Rihanna said
ASAP ruined that. ASAP put the nail in the coffin.
That's funny.
No, he really did.
Shit.
We gotta stop buying her Fenty stuff.
See, I can't though. Like,
I can't either.
I'm gonna say, are you? Man, niggas was mad when they found out Rihanna were pregnant. They was, man, fuck you, ASAP. How dare you?
Did anybody check on Drake or Chris Brown? Like, I still want to know how
they crying somewhere in the car.
They gonna come out with a song about it. Somebody.
Yeah, you know Drake is.
Drake will definitely cry about it.
Drake working on an album right now.
He definitely cried in the car.
He got a whole album about it. Yeah.
You gonna call it "Take Care, Rihanna"?
There you go.
Him and Chris Brown gonna make a new album together.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be what they need to combine forces.
Yep. They can call it Deuces, Rihanna. Take care. Damn. Can't say I'm mad at ASAP though.
Yeah, that was a good look as we had.
Right. Oh man.
Very good look.
Damn. No Rihanna album, no Dr. Dre album, I'm still hopeful for Detox, low key. You know,
Really,
I know
dog.
I know it's not gonna come with off. We've been waiting for that shit since 2004.
He's selfish as fuck. He's got all those records sitting in his computer right now, but he doesn't want to share any of it.
None of it.
Selfish.
That's what happens when you're a perfectionist, man.
Nah.
Like, yeah, this don't sound good. I'm just gonna scrap that whole album.
Are you talking about Dr.
Dare
Dre?
you. Yeah. It's like, how dare you? That's my
People
favorite.
being an a-hole kind of prevents me from liking their music. It's hard to. He's a talented man, but he's got some issues as well with women,
Dr.
especially.
Dre?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he shot his fucking wife. Didn't he? He shot his wife. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he beat the hell
Yeah,
out of
he's got
Michelle.
He got some issues.
Mhm.
He got some real issues.
Definitely. The Chronic is still my favorite album of all time, though. I love The Chronic. Gotta
Well,
say,
I got a question for
Right
Marissa then, because I like what you said about, now that you mentioned Dr. Dre, and then you talk about his musical talent, you talk about his personal life as, you know, two different things, right? But connected. How do you feel about, you said something about like artists being role models? Can you like elaborate upon that a little bit? Because I thought that was really interesting.
So with Dr. Dre, and this whole role model situation, like accountability at this point. Like I feel like that's why R. Kelly was able to last so long doing the things that he was doing, because and everybody just knew and was okay with it because nobody was holding him accountable. Like R.
Right.
Kelly even came out, for him to say he doesn't know what he was doing was wrong. He even came out and called himself the Pied Piper. If we know about nursery rhymes and things about that, we know what he was trying to say 20 years ago. So I feel like it could have been definitely nipped in the bud, but because he was making someone a large amount of money, you know, he was able to be out here doing what he was doing. And the same thing applies to Dr. Dre. I believe he got into a situation or altercation with a news reporter in the 90s, a woman.
Yeah. What's her
really
name?
badly.
D Barnes. D Barnes, I think her name was. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Beat her up really badly. Still sold a lot of records. Nobody held him accountable. And he just continues his tyrant.
Because I think it goes like people like to separate the music from the artist.
I was about to ask about that.
At this point, though, like I feel like you have to understand both, right? Because I mean, we don't want to go there, but Tory Lanez, right? Like whatever, we don't know the full story. I don't.
That was going to be my next topic. Okay,
but
nice
it still goes into who that person is and their character, because I mean, their character and who they are is what wrote the music. So I really feel like you have to look at all sides.
And doesn't it piss you off that the most talented men are just assholes? Like R. Kelly, like you're so talented. Why? Why kids, R. Kelly? Or Tory Lanez. I actually saw Tory Lanez in a concert. He opened for Chris Brown. Tory Lanez was far better than Chris Brown that night. And you know, Chris Brown has all the bells and the whistles and the lights.
Right.
Tory Lanez's energy is uncomparable. Like he engages with the crowd. He literally ran back and forth across the stage his whole entire set. It was lit.
Yeah, I remember seeing him at the Fillmore, and he climbed from the first level to the top level. Like I have the whole video. He was like crowd surfing over people and climbed. Yeah, it was a lot. Wow. I was like, that's a lot of upper body strength.
Yes.
Damn, man, that's commitment too.
I might need that video so I could just post it on the page on the video.
I got you. It's in my Snapchat.
Okay.
Oh, we got a furry friend.
Oh yes, meet my dog Nelson. He wants to be involved.
What up, Nelson?
Nelson's got some thoughts on hip hop and role
models. What up,
dog? Marissa is his role model.
Okay.
Yeah, that's always interesting. I feel like, especially in today's age where, you know, part of being an artist, you're an artist, but you're a brand first. You're a brand first. And so when you're a brand first, your image is so important. And you got, you know, of course, social media is so important. And so you sort of get yourselves in this position where how can somebody blur like the lines are so blurred between personal and performance. You know what I'm saying? Like what is real, what's fake? Like I find it so interesting, like how we deal with those people. The more we learn, because you get to learn so much more about artists now. Like, you know so much about them and what like the things they did in the dark behind closed doors, and people know. You know what I mean? More so now than we did before. It's always interesting. Just for me, like to how do I balance it? You know what I mean? Like I love this music. This dude's a killer. Like you know what I'm saying? This dude literally like. You know what I mean? Like where I personally draw the line, you know what I mean? Like I personally feel like hip hop and where it originated from and the culture it was coming from, I'm a little bit more lenient with people expressing themselves the way they want to express themselves because I really, really value self-expression and artistic expression. But I'm also not gonna say to an artist who's trying to start you know, what's that saying? Someone who's yelling fire in a room, like, you know what I mean? Just like making a disaster out of nothing, you know, creating something that's, you know, not right. That's different. But for the most part, I'm personally like, you know what? Hey, that's a part of their life. And I will like overlook some of it. Like DaBaby, I've enjoyed some of his music. And while his views and some of his comments, I don't agree with them. That doesn't mean I can't listen to his music. But I think there's definitely certain lines I draw where it's like, damn, you are straight like you're evil. I can't even like I can't stream your ass at all, bro. Like
right.
I'm just like no. Like
yeah,
man.
And I guess you do have to kind of be careful when, you know, yes, these are role models, but you cannot look to them for everything, for insight, right?
Exactly.
So their political views don't really matter. Like, I don't care what Cardi B has to say about the president. I don't. Right. Some things I don't feel like I feel like you need to decipher what to take from them and what to kind of learn on your own.
That's it.
Right.
But unfortunately, children can't do that.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like
at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all going to fuck up. We're all going to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, what's my man's XXXTentacion?
Oh shit, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. I fucks with XXXTentacion heavy. Like I fucks with his music for real, especially his 17 album. But you know, he was in the media for like getting a lot of fights and all that type of shit, getting knocked out on stage and things like that, and allegedly beating up his girlfriend or whatever like that. So, but I also look at it from a point that's like, okay, this dude was like what 19, 20. I'm not saying if you did it, I'm not saying all that is right, but like, look at where you were at when we were like 19 or 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were all immature. We all did stupid shit. We all went to college. All of us did like dumb shit in college. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I was an angel. Okay. I'm just kidding.
AJ. Funny, yo.
But I think it's one of those like when you're in a position and you have power and you have money and means, like, you know,
yeah,
you think you won't get in trouble.
And it's like, you know, yeah, we're young, we make mistakes, but everybody didn't sock their girlfriend in the eye at 18. You know what I mean? Like
that's facts too. And of course, I'm not saying what any of this shit is right at all by any means,
or true. You know, but just
or true, yeah. All right. I think this was a good episode. This was a good episode. A lot of good dialogue.
Absolutely. Oh, 100%. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Right. Oh, Merce, you gotta talk about your DJ skills real quick.
Oh, yes. So guys, I'm an aspiring DJ. Any music really. I just need to get my foot in the door, you know. I'm having a bit of scheduling conflict right now as far as creating content to put on Instagram. I'm not really Instagram savvy in that capacity, but yeah, I'm really trying to get myself out there. I feel like I'm a vibe, you know. You had me
What's
at
your
any
DJ
event.
name?
DJ Eminem. No, it's just my initials. Nothing fancy until I find something better. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, for the love of Riss.
Hey.
Wait, say it again. What's your Instagram handle?
At the number 4, the love of Riss.
What made you want to become a DJ?
So I really want to produce.
Oh, you want to produce? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I looked. It was kind of like a streamline, a means to an end. I mean, I do want to DJ as well. When I go places and the DJ sets the tone, the DJ sets the vibe. Whatever type of night you're gonna have, I feel like the music is kind of a component to that. So I feel like I can create a comfortable vibe for everybody. I'm already a vibe on my own.
There it is.
I like it.
So we got
We could definitely talk, about production. I've been doing it for like 13 years now, so we could definitely have a conversation about that.
And I mixed, so
yeah, in-house production team right here. We got that.
Right.
I can push the buttons.
Hey, there you go.
There it is.
Whole team here.
There it is.
Got world tour.
Oh, we lit. We gonna talk. We gonna call our team. You gotta come up with a name for the team.
Something real dope, right?
Right.
No, but this was really fun, guys, and thank you for having me.
Oh, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Our pleasure.
We definitely gotta bring y'all back for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
I
y'all
can
get
run my mouth. Give me a topic.
Oh, we good. Any closing remarks y'all wanna give? You ever wants to go first?
Shout out to the ladies for Women's Month.
Hey.
Yes. Shout out to us. It's a beautiful time to be a woman, a beautiful time to love hip hop and love women in the industry. If you love hip hop, check out artists from your city. Like I have a lot of artists in Maryland that I'm getting into, a lot of female rappers that I really like. So yeah, it's just a nice time. What a time to be alive.
Facts. What about you, Nick?
I'm just grateful for the guests on the show, man. Always a good conversation. I appreciate it.
Facts. All right. This is a non-music topic, but I'm gonna say RIP to Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. He just passed away this past week. I got an NWO shirt right now. Shout out to the clip. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, this is it. All right, we're gonna end it right here. I want to thank our guests. Once again, I'm AJ, this is Hip Hop Vibes. Nick.
Oh, we want me to say
My bad.
Nick.
This Hip Hop Vibes podcast. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Later.